WagerTalk Today hosts Teddy Covers and the Prez are the perfect odd couple. And since you can't have one without the other, we decided to turn it into a promotion. With daily baseball and the NFL and college football in action this week, there is no better time to get on board with both Teddy and the Prez, and why not do it with one big discount? The promotion is simple. You can't get Teddy without the Prez or Prez without the Teddy, so if you buy a 3-day all-access pass from one, you will get a 3-day all-access pass from the other for free. To redeem this deal, just go to either of their pages at WagerTalk, purchase the Odd Couple Special, and lock in both Prez and Teddy for 3 days for the price of one. This offer expires when the Broncos and the Seahawks kick off on Monday Night Football, so act fast and take advantage of the Odd Couple promo.
Welcome, everybody, to Wager Talk Today. I'm Lawrence Presman. He's Teddy Covers, and you're watching the best daily sports betting show on the planet. And Teddy, we got a great show today. Steve Merril joining us. He's got 2 future bets in the NFL, one on the Rams, one on the Titans. Andrew McInnis coming in. He's got a bet for us on the Raiders-Chargers game. He's got a prop on the Pats-Dolphins game. And if there's time, he says, he's got a prop bet for us on the Rams game. My brother, I got lots to talk about, but before we get into that, how are you? I know you're annoying because you've already annoyed me before the show begun. And what did we learn last night in the wonderful world of sports betting?
And, of course, we'll have Arthur DiCesare from the Westgate Superbook to join us to close out today's show.
See?
Yeah, how can you forget Art, dude?
Because I'm reeling over your annoyingness at the beginning. Guys, you missed it. Teddy spent literally 5 minutes before the show started annoying me.
What we learned last night, Lawrence, or certainly this morning, the latest survey was released from the American Gaming Association talking about how many Americans plan to bet on the NFL this season. Now, Johnny Detroit sent me over some numbers, said, yeah, last year they were way high on the estimate. They said 45.2 million Americans last year, and they didn't reach that number. That being said, this year they're talking about 46.6 million Americans plan to bet on the NFL this season. We have 31 states. We have the District of Columbia. We have Puerto Rico. More than $50 billion has already been bet with American sports books this year. 13% of bettors say they're going to use an unlicensed bookmaker. That is way down from where it was years ago, down year over year as well. It is worth noting that betting with bookies 50% higher in states without legalized sports betting than in states with it. But one thing that stands out to me from this report, because it didn't mention it. One, the demographics of who's betting. In 2019, 2% of our audience was female here on Wager Talk for all of our shows. Now it's 17%. So women are paying a lot more attention to this stuff in a real way, and that wasn't outlined in the survey. The other thing that's happening is the younger demographics. Our second highest demographic at Wager Talk is 18 to 24-year-olds, those who are just beginning their sports betting careers. And those two demographics, women and younger bettors, that's where the growth is right now for Wager Talk and across the industry. So women, welcome. Younger bettors, welcome. This is Wager Talk Today. Prez?
Yeah, a really interesting article. And, Johnny pointed out a couple of weeks ago that 70% of the people buying our plays and watching our shows are females. I mean, my response was simple, quick, witty, to the point. I didn't think about it for 1 second. It's me.
Clearly. That's the only.
So last night, I take my daughter out for dinner. We go to a restaurant. Restaurant is jam-packed, but it's small. It probably has 20 tables full. A woman walks in, probably in her mid-40s, goes straight to the bar, takes 2 shots of vodka, turns around to the entire restaurant and announces, I'm looking for a man with a big penis. Swear to God on my life. I have never seen anything like that. The whole restaurant was like, what? What did you? I literally turned to my daughter. I'm like, what did she just say? Anyway, that was my weird ass moment last night. Teddy, what?
I have a follow. Okay. So what happens next? Who goes up and talks to her? Someone's got to go up and talk to her when she says that.
Yeah, no, nobody moved. Nobody moved. I mean,
Wrong
I thought
crowd.
immediately
Too early in the night?
of. Yeah, it was 7. I thought immediately of fill in the blank. But it was the strangest thing that Andrew McInnis is on the air smiling. Pick me, Prez, pick me. I'm 6'7". Anyway, presidential address, NFL presidential address. It tapes today, people. It'll be up tomorrow. Make sure to check it out. Megan Payton will be joining me, and she will be doing our props on that show. She is Sean Payton's daughter, and I'm excited to have her on. She's actually really good, dude. I watched her do a piece with you on Tampa Bay game, and she was outstanding. Like legitimately a career ahead of her in this field.
I know. I was happy to do videos with her. You'll be happy to do videos with her again today. Anytime you get a future NFL Hall of Famer's daughter working for your company, it tells you your company's doing something right.
Yes, sir. And we know we're doing something right. We got 99,723 subscribers to this YouTube channel. We got to crack 100, and we got to do it before this weekend, guys. So if you haven't subscribed to our channel, please do so. Also, let's get those likes over 100, please. I've got some more NFL stuff to give in my daily presidential address. Teddy covers. Let's bring Steve Merril in. Steven, my friend, my brother. It was great hanging out with you in Vegas. You are hosting the show tomorrow. I'm missing tomorrow's show. I have an event with my dad. Listen, my dad is getting old, and he still golfs. He's 78. He still golfs. I'm not going to miss out on these opportunities to spend time with him, especially considering he's in Florida 6 months of the year and he leaves in 3 weeks. So I'm going golfing with my dad tomorrow. Thank you for covering me, Steve. Anything to add on what we're talking about so far?
Well, first of all, I think that's fantastic. I think you should golf every week with your dad till he leaves. So I will cover for you next week and the following week. Pick a day, Prez. I'm here. I'm available. So that's good stuff. And yeah, I mean, that story about the bar, I mean, how can you not prove that that's why more females are watching the show and betting when Prez comes out with stories like that?
Exactly, right? Right. Nicely said, Steve. That was that was quality, bro. Quality. Let's get into it, brother. Rams, their season win-loss record, 10.5. We'll find out if they have a 1 next to them or a 0 at the end of Thursday's game. But should we bet the Rams season total over or under that 10.5?
Yeah, just first, a big picture thing about handicapping future bets in general. Look, your money's going to be tied up for 5-6 months, right? So you need to find a little bit more than a normal edge when your money's just tied up for 3 hours on a given night and then rolls right back to your bankroll. So when you're looking at like future bets, I don't like a 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 payoff. I like a 40-to-1 long shot because you're risking a little to win more. However, the one type of season bet, I know Teddy will agree because he does his season wins report. He does extremely well with it. The over-under season wins are a bet I look at every year in both college and pro football. And even though it's, kind of a 50-50 proposition, your money is tied up for several months. I think there's a lot of value. And, of course, you could always hedge. I very rarely ever do. But, the season wins do allow you to somewhat hedge in December if necessary, if you don't like the position anymore. But I always like to take a contrarian approach in the NFL in general. And I also like to look for unders in general when talking about season win plays. And the reason being is, first of all, these numbers are pretty much priced as to what should happen, right? So you can't predict the unexpected, but there's more downside risk than upside risk, especially with the higher win teams and the good teams. And this is the epitome of that. It's the defending Super Bowl champs. We're coming off a very good season. But it strikes me that they're a home dog tomorrow night on Thursday. Defending Super Bowl champs, a home dog in their first game. Buffalo very well might be favored in every game this season. And I think this Ram team will regress this year. The Super Bowl winner always has a target on their back in every single game. Also think everything kind of fell right for them last year. They got Matthew Stafford. He wins the Super Bowl after a tough career in Detroit where he played well but never had really good teams. But one thing about Stafford is he's never stayed healthy for the most part for most seasons. So there's that downside risk I'm talking about, and this is kind of the epitome of an underplay for that reason. The Rams also lost some on defense. So I think this team is going to be weaker. They have a tough schedule, of course, being the defending Super Bowl champs. Every single week is a big game for their opponent. And then on top of that, they're in a very tough division as well, and they're playing the AFC East, Bales, Patriots, teams like that out of the gate. So 10.5, they'd have to go 10-7, obviously, to win this bet. You might think, wow, 7 losses for the Super Bowl champ, but I think it could actually happen here, and Rams under 10.5 is how I would play it.
So I agree with a lot of your points there. Certainly when you talk about NFL season win total bets, this is a beatable marketplace. When you're talking about locking your money up for the next 5 or 6 months, it makes sense when you can double that money. That's what you're talking about. But with the Rams, and under McVay, McVay's first year on the job, they were rebuilding and they stayed under their total. The last 5 years for LA, they've gone over their win total 4 times. It's not a Super Bowl team that had enormous salary cap issues. They had to jettison everybody. The core of the team looks very similar to what it did last year. So we have a coach who's proven he can be here. We have a core of the team that's still there. I know the schedule is tough, but there's also an extra game. They can go, 10-7 won't cash overs. 11-6 will. Are you worried at all that this Rams team under McVay, much like if you've been trying to bet Andy Reid under the total, if you bet Andy Reid under his win total, I think you're like 3-19 since his tenure in Philadelphia. He just goes over the total every year. McVay's showing signs of that.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I mean, it's the defending Super Bowl champ, so obviously asking them to lose 7 games is a little out of the comfort zone, right? I think you're going to have to rely on some external things to happen here, and this is kind of a textbook example of where I think it could happen. First of all, Stafford, if he's healthy all 17 games, I make that a 50-50 prop, so I'm willing to take a little bit of a external risk factor there and lean to the under. Also, I think, it's a loss or 2 more just because they are the Super Bowl champs. I think every team is going to be psyched for this game. So that's an extra loss, maybe 2 right there. And then the schedule itself, not just the NFC West, but they got Dallas. They've got Tampa Bay on the road. They have Buffalo, as I mentioned, tomorrow night in the opener. They're at the Chargers. They've got some tough game. I mean, it's a neutral field for the Chargers. There'll be more Raider fans there than Rams or Charger fans. But you get the point. I mean, they got some tough games here, target on their back. And look, some of the better plays, Teddy, are when they're a little uncomfortable. And it is tough for me to see 7 losses for the Super Bowl champ. But I think this is one of those that's going to surprise a lot of people, and it very, very well happen.
Steve Merril joining us, everyone. 4-1 start to the college football season. Outstanding, dude. Teddy, not to rain on your parade, 5-0 start to the college football season. Okay, that was wrong. I should have said that not in your segment, but it just came to my mind. Star Child seems to think I owe him a Roll Tide just because he asked for one yesterday. So Star Child, Roll Tide. Teddy, I love your blazer, and it's great for your coloring as well. Steve Merril, now that we've gotten rid of that, Tennessee Titans, man. Here we go again. A whole bunch of pundits are thinking this team is going to be bad. Indianapolis Colts getting all the money onto winning the division. This is the same old story for the last few years. Their win-loss total is 9. Talk about respect or lack thereof, and where are you going?
Yeah, by the way, my only loss is by 0.5 point, so very close to 5-0, just like Teddy in college football. And Roll Tide, that was one of my best bets Saturday. Alabama, 55-0 winner. I wasn't afraid to lay the 42. We had all the big plays on Saturday were huge favorites that just crushed. Keep that in mind early in college football. Can't be afraid to lay the juice. That's what we did last week. Hey, look, this is a lot like the Rams play, right? This is a high-profile team that's had a lot of success recently. Although you can make an argument, unlike the Rams, who maybe overachieved a little winning the Super Bowl last year, the Titans keep falling a little bit short. And they remind me a little bit, you mentioned Sean Payton's daughter is going to be on later. He stepped down this year as the Saints coach. I felt like the Saints missed their opportunity the last few seasons. I thought New Orleans at some points were the best team in the league a couple years ago. Couldn't win the Super Bowl. Now they're regressing. I almost feel like Tennessee has maybe missed their opportunity as well. Division's getting tougher. You mentioned the Colts, some other tough opponents here. And once again, I like to lean under with high-profile teams because there's a lot of downside risk if something goes wrong. Obviously, it's a run-based team. Also, this is now a pass-heavy NFL. Just feel like Tennessee's missed their opportunity. Now, this line was 9.5. It's 9 in most spots, even to the under in many books now. So, yes, this team has to go 8 and 9 to cash this bet. And just like the Rams, that kind of puts you in an uncomfortable spot to say, wow, the Titans are going to have a losing record. So I'm fading the public a little bit with these, or at least taking a contrarian view. But I think the Titans, like the Rams, are going to be a team that underachieves this season, and there's some value with the under, even at 9. You can still get 9. I saw 9.5 at FanDuel last night at minus 160. 9 flat, 9 under in some spots. As Teddy knows, it just shows the value, the importance of shopping around multiple books for these win totals. There's definitely some variance on this one.
Sure. And from a mathematical standpoint, approximately 50 cents of juice equates to approximately half a win. So a 10.5 over at even money is 9.5 over at minus 150. For example, they're morally equivalent. I tend to produce, in general, when I'm betting season wins, I would rather do the 9.5 minus 150 because I want the result at the end of it. But that's just the way I approach them. I'd rather get the win after tying my money up than the push. So I'll lay the extra juice. But with Tennessee, it's kind of the same question I had for the Rams. Vrabel's been there 5 years, right? 5 previous seasons, and they've won at least 9 games in every one of those seasons. The division's not any good. This isn't a story where you're getting a bunch of tough division games. They're going to have 4 games against Houston and Jacksonville. Are you worried at all about Vrabel's track record and the weak division they play in with this under 9 wins?
Yeah, and that's another reason I agree with you, Teddy. I'd rather lay the extra juice with 9.5. I think 9 is a very key number in this situation. You can almost argue this one might be worth more than 50 cents. So I was seeing minus 165, 9.5 under at FanDuel as of last night. A lot of other books have 9 flat. I even saw a 9 under 40 at one of the international books, one of the worldwide markets. So a lot of variance in this one, which is a little strange in my opinion. But here again, I think there's some downside risk with the health of the Titans and just, yes, 11 wins every season. It makes you uncomfortable looking for a losing record to cash, basically. But I think the Titans are going to regress. I think the Rams are too. And as I said earlier, a lot of the games that are a little uncomfortable sometimes are the best wagers, especially when it comes to the NFL, which is the most contrarian sport of all.
Yeah, and it's worth noting, when you talk about the variance in the market right now for NFL season wins, significant variance. The last week before the season, each individual book is trying to balance their sheets.
Right.
So this is a great week to find variance from one sports book to another when it comes to NFL win totals. You will see some surprisingly dramatic differences this very last week before the season starts. Steve, what do you got going today over at WagerTalk.com?
Yeah, like Prez mentioned, like a 4-1 start. We were half a point away from a 5-0 sweep last week in college football. Now the NFL starts tomorrow night on Thursday, full card this weekend. I'm going to have a special promo code on my page only, Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com. You get a percentage discount for any package you would like, short-term or long-term. It's going to be up there today, be there through the weekend. I'll also have more information on that this weekend on my videos, the College Football Top 25 video, and, of course, the NFL Fade the Public video debuts for Week 1 this weekend as well. So check Friday and Saturday night. Might not have any daily shows over the weekend, but I do have a lot of football content for you on Wager Talk TV. And don't forget to download that app, Wager Talk TV app for your phone as well. So my College Football Top 25, NFL Fade the Public videos this weekend, and a huge promo discount for everybody. Steve Merril, WagerTalk.com.
Awesome stuff, Steve. Real quick, David Gary wants to talk Survivor, and I'm going to ask you, Steve, what you like, but keep in mind, David, and all the people playing Survivor, don't play the weeks in an isolation, like who's the one team that is going to win this week. You got to map out the entire season from start to finish. My strategy for Survivor coming into this year is, instead of playing on teams that I think are going to win, I am going to focus my attention on playing against Atlanta, Jacksonville, Seattle, and the New York Jets. So those 4 teams, I will be playing against one of those 4 teams every week throughout Survivor. I'm actually going to map mine out tonight, so I will know, but I am looking at likely taking Baltimore. Did you have any quick thoughts, Steve?
Yeah, I like your point there, Prez. It's something I've mentioned. You don't hear a lot of people say what you just said. Most contests, you got to check your rules, but usually you can use one team once, right? But you can play
Yes.
against a team unlimited times, like you said. And there's
Right.
going to be just as many 11 losses teams as 11 win teams. So you really are better off taking that approach. One quick word, a little bit of a teaser, foreshadowing. Baltimore looks like they might be the most public play of the week. So beware if you're looking to fade the public. I'll have more information this week. And of course, that'd be my concern, as the Ravens are very public, but for good reason, as the Jets are a hard team to make a case for.
Teddy Covers, anything to add to that?
So the concept of mapping out the season makes a ton of sense. However, you want to be nimble. You have to be able to go, I had these planned for these two teams in August and September, but they're not what I thought they were. That plan needs to be revised throughout the course of the campaign. Conceptually, no argument with you trying to fade the teams that you want to fade. That's a strategy that others have used to success. So good luck with that, Lawrence.
Steve Merril, man, awesome job. Thank you so much for coming on, guys. Check Steve Merril's page out. He'll have a special promo up today, and he will be in my seat hosting tomorrow. Teddy, quick break, big game breakdown. Andrew McInnis, Art DiCesare. This show has just begun.
Have you ever wanted to create your own handicapping dream team? You can build your own superstar handicapping lineup using our Pick Your Team program at both WagerTalk and SportsMemo.com. Even more exciting, until Monday, September 12th at midnight, you can save 10% off Pick Your Team using coupon code PYT10 when checking out. Dave Koken, Marco D'Angelo, and Ralph Michaels, JM Sports, Joseph D'Amico, and the Rocket Man. The combinations are endless, as you can choose up to 5 handicappers. You start saving once you choose any 2 handicappers of your choice, and you can pay as little as under $6 per handicapper. Who will make up your dream lineup? Go to WagerTalk or Sports Memo, click Pick Your Team, and personally hand select your handicapping roster. Don't forget that coupon code PYT will expire on September 12th, so get your 10% discount and put together your personalized dream team today.
It is time for today's big game breakdown. Football heavy show today, so we're going to talk some MLB, give you some bettable action for Wednesday. And that means we're going to take a look at the Toronto Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles. What has been a great series so far. Toronto sweeps the doubleheader on Monday. Baltimore bounces back with the win yesterday. And today we have the series finale. Right now we're looking at the Orioles minus 135, the Blue Jays is minus 135, minus 140 favorites. Total sitting at 7.5. And there has been a late pitching change. In fact, since I wrote up what I was going to say about this game, we have a pitching change for Baltimore. Wells now in against Manoah for the Blue Jays. 7.5 is the total for this ballgame. And look, this has been a feisty little series. We had a nice benches clearing brawl last night. The first 3 games have all gone over the total. We have an issue here. We've got 2 worn down bullpens, flat out. All right. Manoah. All right. Yeah, the guy's an ace, right? Well, third time in the last month, the Orioles have seen him. They have 12 hits, 7 earned runs, 5 walks against him, and only 10.2 innings of work against him. They've had success against Manoah, even though he is an ace. On the Baltimore side, again, when you have the one pitcher gets scratched and the other guy gets in, you're never expecting a 6-inning gem or a 7-inning gem. You're expecting whatever they can get out of him. So we have worn down bullpens. We have suspect starters on both sides. We have hot hitting lineup. The Blue Jays, 9 straight games with 4 runs or more. The O's are averaging 5 runs per game on the current homestand. 7.5? This is no early start getaway. It's a regular start time. No way. Let's get up and over the total. Baltimore and Toronto. Expect this game to have plenty of crooked numbers on the scoreboard. Blue Jays and Orioles over the total. 7.5. There's your big game breakdown. Back to you, Mr. Prez.
Teddy, I am in play on that game myself. I've got my first 4-pack of baseball bets going today. I am a low-volume player. I normally play 1 a day, but I found 4 with a lot of value, and the Baltimore J game is included in that. And if you guys want to buy my 4 baseball plays, don't. Buy the Odd Couple promotion. 3 days, all access, Teddy and I together. And you only pay for one, you get the other one free. So you go to Teddy's page or you go to my page. Go to Teddy's. He's better looking, according to somebody, his wife. I doubt his wife thinks he's better looking, frankly. I think she thinks I am. But anyway, Odd Couple promotion, 2 for 1. Teddy's pissed. Look at that. Yes, guy. $59. Get one, get the other free. That was a pretty bad pitch there, Teddy. I mean, I got to be honest. I was all over the map.
So all I'm going to say is that if it was like a line between the chance of Viv having sex with me versus the chance of Kara having sex with you, I'm a 2,000 favorite, dude. Minus 2,000, maybe higher.
Oh, you are out of your mind. You are out of your mind. With that said, Andrew McInnis is minus 200 that both of them would rather have him than us. Andrew McInnis, how are you, my friend?
I'm not usually speechless. I'll be honest. I'm not usually a guy that gets speechless. This has been a fun show to watch. I've been early. I was sitting back in the backstage here watching, and it's been a fun show so far. Informative, but entertaining, guys. I'm excited NFL is back. Everyone's saying that, but I'm tired of previews, tired of win total stuff. I want to watch a game. I want to bet on a game. I got a total for us, a prop for us. I'm ready to go, guys.
Friday's show, we will bring the ladies on and we will ask them. Teddy, I am reeling. There, are you? No chance. Okay.
Minus 2,000.
Why are we all wearing the same shade? Why are we all wearing a different shade of the same color?
Because I know I'm very confident that my wife has no interest in sleeping with you. I'm not as confident
that
Viv would have no interest in sleeping with me.
Dude, I have 100% confidence that my wife has no interest in sleeping with you. I know is a fact. Plus, I can provide Kara. I can just pay Kara.
Minus 2,000, dude. Take all you want. Yeah. All you can eat.
Oh, my God. Raw Tweed writes, laugh my ass off, drop it, Prez. Okay, what did Jordan Henry write? Well, Prez didn't put his hand up at the restaurant yesterday. Yes, you're right. I did not put my hand up at the restaurant yesterday.
Prez left the room.
Well said, Jordan. Well said. Andrew, let's go, my brother. Raiders and Chargers, they're playing this weekend. It's a huge game. I mean, these people, I know it's week 1. I get it. Any division game in this division is freaking massive. Both teams really improved themselves. The Chargers on defense, the Raiders on offense. Raiders with a new coach. This is just going to be such a great fun game to watch. How should we? What? You think that guy would steal our women? Anyway, Andrew, how should we bet that game?
Just a quick shot of Steve real quick. What's up, Steve?
Yeah.
Look, where I'm going in this game is definitely not much of a contrarian pick here, guys. I like the over here, 67 points in the last meeting. We have the Raiders here finished 26 in points allowed per game. Chargers 30th in points allowed per game. And taking a look at the Raiders, 22 points per game last year. 6 times they surpassed the 30-point mark. And the Chargers 3rd overall in passing yards. There's so many things you can look for when you talk about these two teams. But when I look at this game in general, I have a tough time seeing how much the defense has really improved. You look at Devontae Adams going to the Raiders, how many countless weapons the Chargers have. I think this is must-watch TV. I think this is going to be a big-time over game. Sure, it might not be the big shootout it was like last year, but I think it'll take 4 quarters to get there. And once we get there, they have the weapons to push this over the total. How can I expect the defenses to improve that much over the offseason? I don't really think they have. And everything I've looked at from last year, the trends, I really think that we're going to see an absolute, point fest here between these two clubs. So I don't really know. This is not that much of a contrarian type pick. Obviously, this is quite a bit one that just stuck off the board to me, and I had to play right away. Two talented teams, and I expect points in this one.
Andrew says expect points in bunches. He likes the Raiders and Chargers over 52 in NFL action on Sunday. Let's talk a prop. Certainly, New England and Miami's a game that's gotten a fair bit of betting attention. Lots of money for the Dolphins in this one. 2.5 to 3, 3s to 3.5. You're saying there's a prop here worth looking at. Talk to me about Tyreek Hill and why you think New England won't be able to defend Miami's best receiver.
Well, I love the way you intro it like that because, of course, he is their best receiver. They go out and spend $120 million to make him their best receiver. And you take a look at the club he's coming from, a little more decorated, a little more accomplished. This guy is clearly the guy on the team right now. And there's been lots of talk about Tua. Will he be able to connect with Tyreek Hill? Will he be able to be as accurate? Will he be able to find Tyreek Hill downfield? I'm taking a look at his over on receiving yards for this game. And there's countless numbers. You got to shop around for the best number here. But when I look at really what I saw in the preseason even, I saw a 51-yard completion already between Tua and Tyreek. He started the year off with a 75-yard catch. And that's a catch last year against Cleveland, finishing that game with 197 yards. When I look at Tyreek, they brought him there for a reason. They didn't bring him there to be a decoy. Sure, he might get doubled. Sure, there's going to be a lot of attention on him, but I think he is going to be huge for them. And guys, I kind of thought about looking at Tua's passing yard prop, but a fun fact, last year, only 3 quarterbacks went over on their passing yard prop against the New England Patriots. I just wanted to single out one player. I wanted to single out their best receiver, and that is Tyreek Hill. And the best part about him is that he stretches the field so much that realistically, I only need potentially 1 or 2 big plays to cash this prop. I don't need him to get a ton of receptions because of his speed, because of how he can beat the corners. I believe he can get this potentially on a handful of catches. So I'm on Tyreek Hill over 65.5 receiving yards this week. Everyone's talking about the game. Everyone's talking about the point spread. The prop market's there for a reason, guys. I'm staying off the side, staying off the total. Give me a prop here on Tyreek's receiving yards.
Andrew McInnis joining us, everyone. He likes the over in the Raiders-Chargers game. He likes Tyreek Hill over 65.5 reception yards. And, Teddy and Andrew, what's so fascinating about this Tyreek Hill 65.5 over, when he was playing on Kansas City, his last game to be exact, that number was in the 90s. It was like 92 to the over every game. Now he goes to Miami. It's literally dropped 30 points. And I agree, Andrew, given that he is their number one weapon and not sharing receptions with Kelce, I think that bet makes a lot of sense. Andrew, we are up against it. You love Cooper Kupp to score a touchdown at minus 140. That is his third play he wanted to talk about. I did it for him. What do you have to promote?
Well, first of all, I want to promote the show with Andy Lang and Matt Josephs on Friday. Prop it up. We're going to come in very prepared, ready to give lots of information, lots of free prop plays, lots of great promo information as well for packages. But Thursday night football, first game of the season, guys, I have a prop pack up. I have several QB props, receiving yard props, touchdown scorer props. You can grab all of those prop plays for Thursday night football in one package. I am not involved in the side, not involved in the total, but I have several prop plays you can get in one package at WagerTalk.com. If you want my full NFL season, you can buy that. I'll throw in the CFL season for free. You don't like CFL? You don't like Canadian football? Said it before. I hope you like money. Up 35 units on the season.
Nice. Way to go, Andrew. And, of course, he will be co-hosting Puck Time with Carmine in about a month. Teddy covers. Great show so far. Let's keep it moving. Thank you, Andrew. Art DiCesare. Art, before we get into anything, I gotta make a public announcement. Art, you don't actually have to buy plays from us. Like, I appreciate that you bought the Odd Couple promotion. By the way, that is buy Teddy, get me free for 3 days. But dude, just email us. Like you're part of the family. We'll just give you the place.
I appreciate that, Prez. Next time I'll do that.
How are you, my friend?
I'm good, man. This is a great week. This is a phenomenal week. I mean, college football got rolling last week, but this is a big week. We got them both. Thursday night NFL football, college football, obviously Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday and Monday NFL. This is an amazing week. Very excited.
All right, before I hand it over to Teddy, there are a shit ton of extremely large and still live dogs left in the U.S. Open mail draw. Did you take any of those bets? Are you sitting there in trouble with some plus 50,000?
No, as far as like the outrights go, if you just look at the men, we had a lot of stuff on Medvedev. Kyrgios was very popular in the futures market. That was a wonderful match last night, by the way, with Kyrgios. He obviously broke down mentally as he always does. Yeah, unbelievable. I mean, him yelling at his box is the greatest thing ever. We love it. It's amazing. Yeah.
Art. I watched the entire Vivian and I. Listen, Vivian was talking about Teddy a lot at the beginning of the night, how handsome he is, how she wants him. I'm like, you know what? Let's put on Kyrgios instead. We watched the whole match, dude. I mean, it ended at like 1-something in the morning. It was unbelievable. Anyway, I hand the segment to Teddy. He will get a lot of actionable info out of you. Guys, get us up to 100 likes. Teddy, go.
So, Art, from a betting standpoint, all right, the excitement level around town is through the roof this week. Everybody, there's something about the first week of the NFL that gets every bettor in the world excited. Is that level of enthusiasm in the risk room as well? Are you guys excited in the back? Or is it just, another football season, another day? Or does that adrenaline really start to flow the way that it does on this side of the country?
No, I think so, Teddy. I think week one is just special, right? It's the kickoff. It's time to go. It's time to really hunker down now for the next 6 months. And outside of the Super Bowl and playoffs, week one is like always your busiest week. I mean, week one, ton of people coming to town for that. People come in late still to sign up for contests and just enjoy all the festivities of a week one NFL card in a sports book. Couple that with the Saturday of a college football full slate. So, yeah, week one just feels different. The energy in the room's different. The energy just in town is different for the week. You could just feel it. So, yeah, we really start, gentlemen, start your engines. Yeah, this is the week we do it.
Sure. And when it comes to contests, obviously the Westgate Superbook has been an industry leader for decades in that regard. How are signups doing? What contests do you want to promote here on today's show? I know last chance for our audience to get involved at the Westgate with the season-long contest for this football season. Tell us when the deadlines are and what contests are going on besides the famed Super Contest, which is still taking entries.
Yeah, absolutely, Teddy. Obviously this is going to be the last week you have a chance. Up until Saturday, 3 p.m. Vegas time, you can come in, you can sign up for any of our contests. That includes the world-famous Super Contest, the Super Contest Gold, Super Contest Reboot, NFL Season Wins. So you're going to have up until Saturday, 3 p.m. Don't feel if you got in Friday or even early Saturday morning that you're too late. You still have a chance to come in and sign up. And, please come down and do so. We still are taking entries, and we're going to up until 3 p.m. Saturday.
So the Season Wins goes till 3 p.m. Saturday, even though there will be one game already played with the Bills and the Rams. How does that affect the contest?
Oh, yeah, my bad. That's totally my fault. You're absolutely right, Teddy. Season Wins obviously will close once the Thursday game goes. That's my fault.
Okay.
I was thinking, no, you're right. I was thinking Super Contest. That's completely my bad. So obviously on Thursday, you'll have 3 p.m. Thursday to do it. So, you basically have a day to do that at this point, a little bit over a day. Yeah, once basically that game's kicking off Thursday, an hour or two before that, we shut that down. Completely my fault. But all Super Contest stuff open till 3 p.m. Saturday.
It wasn't I was just trying to angle shoot against you, dude. It
No.
wasn't. It wasn't like I was, putting you on the spot. I was like, oh, there's two, because in theory, whoever wins on Thursday night, you would bet the winner over and the loser under, and you'd have the littlest of an edge for a game with the 256 total wins at the end of the season. Art DiCesare, let's talk about NFL and where the money is coming for week one. Obviously, the lines are stale in the sense that they've been up all summer, and yet they're not stale because the market's lighting up like a Christmas tree right now. We've seen a ton of money come in this week with bettors taking positions. Talk to me about who the Joes like. Talk to me about who the pros like. Steve Merril came on just a few minutes ago and says he thinks Baltimore is going to be the most popular public side of the week. Do you agree? What else are you seeing in that regard? And who are the pros pounding as we head into week one?
Yeah, I think Steve's completely right. I mean, Baltimore's going to be a huge side. They're going to be in every money line parlay. They're going to be teased, basically probably in all teasers. Denver is incredibly public as well. The Russell Wilson Bowl, Denver goes to Seattle. That's a Monday night game. And, you know, that being the last game of the week, talk about all money lines and all teasers being tied to the last game. Going to be a ton of stuff teased and a ton of money line stuff, you know, put to Denver. Denver, we opened 4. It's now 6.5. No real surprise there. 2 very public plays. You know, one that's taken both public and sharp money is that Dolphin game. Very hard to find someone who wants to bet New England right now. We had New England 2.5. It got to 3. Now gotten over the key number of 3 to 3.5. So that's taken both public and sharp. A lot of sharp money came in this week on Kansas City. Kansas City playing the Cardinals. They go to Arizona. Opened 4, now 6. So you've seen some pretty good sharp money there. Right now, Kansas City would be our biggest loser. We really will need Arizona on Sunday. Packers, Minnesota is very interesting. I mean, the totals moved, the spreads moved a little bit. It was 2, it's now 1.5, Green Bay, but the total, 49's gone down to 47. So you've seen some pretty good under money come in there. And then an interesting sharp move on a total last night. Browns, Panthers, we were at 41.5. Some sharp money came in. We went to 42.5, and now we're back to 42. So some good sharp money came in. Browns, Panthers last night over.
So sharp money on the over in Carolina and Cleveland, which should be a fascinating game. Just a few minutes left here with Art DiCesare at ArtDice21 on Twitter. He is an excellent follow. I encourage you to give him a follow. Of course, give us a follow. We're just shy of 100,000 subscribers. We're trying to get there this week. So please, the WagerTalk TV app is the free WagerTalk TV app is worth a download. And of course, if you're looking to subscribe on YouTube, we're just shy of 100,000. Please like, follow, and subscribe. Thank you for that. Art, the Monday college football game, Clemson, Georgia Tech, had to be pretty ugly. You know, you talk about all the parlays and teasers tying in to the one game like you're going to have on Monday night this week. And I'm sure all the parlays and teasers tied into Clemson on Monday, and that result was pretty bad for the house. When you're looking at the balance sheet for this week, give me some games that might be pretty bad for the house if they come in.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I mentioned the Kansas City game. Right now, Kansas City not going to be great. Seattle's going to be pretty bad for us. College football-wise, yeah. I mean, if you just look at the college football, it's been a ton of totals that have really moved. And I think you see that a lot in college football. I know we've talked about that over the years here, but a couple that have moved like 4 points. Duke at Northwestern. Total was 54.5. It's now 58.5. So good over money there. Wake at Vandy. Over money's come in with 60.5. It's now 66. So those two have seen incredible moves. Over money's come in on UVA at Illinois, 54, now 57.5. One game that's taken sharp money on both, UNC Georgia Tech. Georgia State, my bad. We had sharp money on UNC, -7. We got to 8. We took sharp money on Georgia State, 8. Now we're at 7.5, so it kind of balanced it out a little bit. And then Missouri's taken some sharp money at Kansas State. It was +9, now +7.5 for Missouri.
Art DiCesare, awesome stuff, brother. He'll be on every single Wednesday, same time, same spot on the show. We absolutely love having you on. What do you got to promote?
As always, you know, once again with the contest, guys, come down. Still time to sign up. And then we have a really great promotion now for football season for first-time app users. You come down, you sign up. You bet 100, you get 100. So last year was 50, now it's 100. We've doubled it. You know, obviously it's going to be a very big football season. So once again, anytime any of you guys ever come down to the Westgate, you have someone coming down to the Westgate, send them my way. Ask for Arthur DiCesare. I'll get you set up with the contest up and through Thursday or Saturday, depending on which contest you want. Get set up for the app, drink tickets, whatever you need, sheets. Even if you need to learn how to bet, what do I do here? What am I looking for here? I'll be more than happy to help you out. If you come down to the West Gate, just ask for Arthur DiCesare.
Incredible. We love having you on. Thank you, Art, Andrew, and Steve Merril. Guys, we are over 100 likes. It's time. All right. Okay, so I got one tennis bet to give you, one NFL bet to give you, two baseball bets to give you. I have to remind everybody about the Odd Couple promotion. We run it once every 3 or 4 months. This is the week you get buy one, get one free. Buy Teddy, 3-day all access, $59. You get my 3-day all access for free. Just go to Teddy or my page. It's on the right side. And also, guys, you can stack it up if you like. So buy it 3 or 4 times. And then once your 3-day package expires, the next one will kick in and so on and so forth. So please take advantage of that. I mean, Teddy's NFL, especially in week 1, is mind-blowing. And of course, you'll get an entire report, every game on the board from me in the NFL, and I had a great season last year. Okay, tennis. Alcaraz, plus 175 to win the U.S. Open. Look, I understand that's short odds, but this guy, 19 years old, he is light years ahead of the guys that is still left in the U.S. Open, with all of the main people not around any longer. I love that bet. I am making it Alcaraz at plus 175. I like the Minnesota Vikings, plus 2 against Green Bay, guys. If you want to know why, listen to the NFL Presidential Address. I'm taping it in 20 minutes. It will be up tomorrow. I am betting the New York Mets tonight at minus 1.5. And I am betting Minnesota and the Yankees over the total in the Garrett Cole game. That is game 2. Over the total is 6.5. Alcaraz plus 175, Vikings plus 2, Mets minus 1.5, Mini and Yankees over in the game 2. Grab that Odd Couple promo. I'm having a sub today, Teddy. Take us home, my brother.
Sure. I want to thank Steve Merril, Art DiCesare, and Andrew McInnis for joining us. I want to thank you out there in listener and viewer land for taking time out of your busy day to hang with us here on WagerTalk Today. We appreciate all the likes. We appreciate all the follows. Again, just shy of 100,000 subscribers. Tell a friend. Ask them to subscribe today. We appreciate it. We'll do it again tomorrow. Same time, same channel. 9 a.m. here on the left coast. Noon for you back east. Between now and then, you know what to do. Enjoy the games and good luck.
WagerTalk Today host Teddy Covers and the Prez are the perfect odd couple. And since you can't have one without the other, we decided to turn it into a promotion. With daily baseball and the NFL and college football in action this week, there is no better time to get on board with both Teddy and the Prez, and why not do it with one big discount? The promotion is simple. You can't get Teddy without the Prez or Prez without the Teddy, so if you buy a 3-day all-access pass from one, you will get a 3-day all-access pass from the other for free. To redeem this deal, just go to either of their pages at WagerTalk, purchase the Odd Couple special, and lock in both Prez and Teddy for 3 days for the price of one. This offer expires when the Broncos and the Seahawks kick off on Monday Night Football, so act fast and take advantage of the Odd Couple promo.